Hello everyone, welcome back to Zombieland Conquest. We are here with our dude, our main man, Marcus Aurelius, after only a few minutes, maybe 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, maybe an hour, after his unfortunate incident with the now deceased Preston Garvey. Turns out, after having a little bit of a chat with Sturgis and a couple of the other guys around the settlement here, that Preston had a little bit of a reputation for being a little bit two-faced. He was a little bit controlling, a little bit of a dictator. You know, he was a little bit in everyone's face constantly about helping people. Obsessively, not even in a friendly way, almost in a domineering, overwhelming, oppressive way, if that's even possible. Anyway, so people aren't too upset. It's almost as if Marcus has done them a favour by getting rid of his Preston's annoying, interrupting energy. However, Marcus, he's not too sure how he feels about hanging around, and you know, he's almost getting the impression that people might want him to take over Preston's position. Nobody else seems to be very leader oriented. Nobody else is driven at all to guide the group. In fact, everybody is they seem to be, I don't want to use the word followers, but nobody has any vision except Mama Murphy, and her vision is all over the place. Nobody can even understand half of what she's talking about most of the time. But Marcus here, he's not too sure how he feels about it. So, cut a long story short, even though you've had pretty much the entirety of the long story, Marcus, he needs a little bit of time to mull things over and see how he feels about potentially coming back here, staying here, and leading the way, so to speak. Now, we've done a little bit of work. We've dropped off one of our weapons, the MP5 that we were using. Felt like a little bit of a change, you know, change things up. And now we have this small Tech 9, which has been modded to be suppressed. It's already a legendary. One of the main reasons I wanted to give this a go is it's got this kneecapper legendary perk, which is 20% chance to cripple the target's leg, which, to be honest, I think is going to be just monstrously amazing. Single fire, but of course, we can change it up ourselves to be automatic. So, the plan is to let Marcus wander out into the wasteland. A little bit aimless, you know, he feels like he needs a little bit of time to consider, to strategize, to think through what it might be like to lead this group. And again, on the other side of the spectrum, to maybe not, to maybe be alone, to be a bit more of a lone wanderer for the time being. Now, at some point, Marcus is going to settle down in some environment. He's pretty confident about that. He just doesn't know whether or not now is the time. He still has questions around his own identity and what he wants to do, what he may want to do. You know, the Commonwealth is a big place. There's a lot of people around. There's a lot of groups around. Does he really want to hang out here with these kind of... I mean, they're not very driven. They're not warriors. You know, they're not very inspired people. And the whole deal with Preston has left a sour taste in his mouth. So, anyway, that's a little bit of an update as to where we're at. Hello. Hello, strange person. How are you?
I buy and sell. Just put up everything you got and let's see if we can make a deal.
Okay, well, let's see what you've got to... Relax there, Marcus. Let's see what you've got to potentially buy, shall we? So we've got a fair few caps down here. What are we looking at here? Pulse mine. A little bit of aid. That looks pretty decent. Plus 10 AP per second for 5 seconds. So plus 50 AP over 5 seconds. That could come in very handy, couldn't it? Tell you what, let's take it. If I remember to use it, then we probably will. Yeah, I think that'll do. No, don't cancel it. What did I just do? That. Confirm the trade. Okay, yeah, so we're just going to continue to head out. That I'll leave this up. Gets rid of the sim settlements thing for now. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to remove all markers off the map for the time being. We can still complete that quest, I think. But whoever we need to talk to is in 10 Pines Bluff. I don't know. We're just going to put it at the back of our mind for now. Marcus is just going to head out here into the Wasteland to have a little bit of time to himself. And let's just see how the story unfolds. I don't want to be making any kind of major decisions now that are going to confine our experience here with this pack in the series. You know, this one turn of events from Preston is just one. It's just one event. Who knows what else might happen? Who knows what other groups we might stumble across? And, let's just see how Marcus goes. So that's about it. That's where we're at with the whole thing. So for now, we're just going to carefully wander with the intention of kind of passing past our other bases that we've got established, Lexington and Cambridge, I do believe. So we've got one here, and we've got one here, don't we? Yep. You know, we still got a whole world to explore. Plus, we haven't even got to Diamond City yet. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen. Hello. Friendly? I'd be very careful. I'm not in the best frame of mind here to be dealing with people acting a little bit crazy all over the place. Do you know what I mean? I don't know who these guys are or what they're up to, but they seem to be acting awful suspicious. Hey. Commonwealth's a pretty busy place these days, isn't it? Hey, Carla. We've already met.
So what's your story?
Have we?
Rob me? Or just any connections to
Wow.
Diamond City?
I mean, Diamond City, yeah. I mean, didn't we already do this?
Figures. Just keep going until you see the skyline. Cross the river. You'll find the Great Green Jewel just inside the city limits.
Alrighty, I mean, there's a group of settlers that way. They've got a little bit of a settlement happening. Could be a good place to lay low for a bit, but I'm headed this way. Wow, there's people everywhere. You okay there? Jesus, what are you playing at? Supermans. Jesus, man. What are you, what is going on with this game right now? I don't think a lot of these people can see very far in the fog here. I think that's what's it's got me so confused. A lot of these, you don't know if they're friendly or not. They're not, obviously. But you think they are because they're not shooting. Can't see, you know, they can't see through the fog. It's pretty hilarious. Oof. Okay, how's our health after that incident? Need a little bit of a drink. Actually, I think I might have not... Yeah, I didn't get us a lot of purified water, or any, actually. So let's see, maybe we can go in here and get a little bit to drink. Everyone
I can rest easy
good?
knowing that Wolfgang is rotten in hell. Thank you.
No worries.
Do you need anything?
Yeah, I could do some something to drink. You all good here?
Yeah. It's gonna take my son a while to get off the chems, but we'll make it. We always do. Now, let's get back.
Alright, let me take a look.
All salvage.
Yeah, a little bit of purified water, which they don't even have anyway. Okay, well, that's potentially going to become a problem for us, but right now I think we're okay. Circuitry is always good, really. And I think we might leave it at that. So we've done our, you know, what we said we were going to do about leaving all our junk at the settlement in Sanctuary, and we've ventured out into the Wasteland again with no gear. So if we want to craft anything, you know, a couple of the things that we've built already with the Conquest bag will be in the bag because they stay with us. The walls, the sleeping bag, the campsite stuff, camping stuff. But if we want to build anything extra, we need to gather more loot for that. Still early, still sort of midday. I feel like if we just wander at this point, we'll get to probably Cambridge at night time. Ready to sleep and save. And then potentially head out and continue our little bit of exploration. Christ, there's... It's when the super mutants that stealthy. I don't know what's going on here. That sounds like our turrets, doesn't it? It is our turrets. Oh, you can see our base from here. Brilliant. Yeah, at some point, and it probably won't be too far away from where we're at now, at some point, you know, Marcus will take upon himself this this role of conqueror, whereby he starts to settle various settlements. Stupid, big, stupid witches. You know, I don't know. I don't feel like he has yet had the right things happen to him, or has encountered the right circumstances to form this identity. You know, if anything, Preston, the incident with Preston has laid like a seed, has planted a seed of the need for that in certain environments. Like, people need that, obviously. You know, they've got morons like Preston kind of taking advantage of them. Okay, yeah, so, you know, people, this is one example, this small community here, where the people are basically being led by, I don't know, let's call him a narcissist, a self-appointed hero of the people, and it was all a lie. You know, if he was a real leader, he would have taken somebody like Marcus into the fold and appointed him as some kind of deputy, sheriff, deputy general, but he didn't. He sent him out on a mission, a suicide mission, to try to get him out of the way because he's on some kind of power trip, you know, some kind of, like I say, self-appointed power trip he's on. Probably should have got some stuff, shouldn't I, while I was there? Bugger. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm sure we can find some bottles somewhere and fill them up. So yeah, you know, I think like this is, Marcus knows these people are here. He can return to them at any point. They're looking for a leader. They're in need of a leader. But I don't think Marcus has had enough of a taste of the Commonwealth yet to identify with being any kind of savior or leader at this point. He's still too much in his own world. You know, one incident is not enough. He's not that attached to the people. Really. As far as he's concerned, they could live or die. He thinks Sturgis is a pretty alright kind of guy, but you know, he looks like he can handle himself as well, so. So we, you and I, need to guide Marcus into a few other environments for him to get a taste of the need to lead. You know what I mean? He's got to make a few friends. I mean, what do you want to do? Lead people you don't care about? Lead people who you have no sense of connection with, really, except for circumstantial. You know, you're all in the same place at the same time. You haven't been through things together. They're not your brothers. They're not your sisters. They're just random people. And it turns out some of them you can't even trust. Some of them are out to kill you. In fact, a lot of them are out to kill you. A lot of the people out here, they want to eat you. So, are you better off being by yourself? Like it's a real, you know, like
Yes?
you'd be pretty crazy to think everybody loves you and everybody wants you. 60, Christ. Well, we're gonna have to take a couple of them. You know, you'd be naive. And I think Marcus is feeling a little bit, his ego's a little bit bruised that he was that naive and that he didn't see through Preston before he nearly got brutally murdered by the gunners. Alright, so I think that kind of lays enough of a foundation for where he's at for now. Let's just try and stay alive, shall we? Very bright, this screen. Look at it. White as a ghost. I'm not this white in real life. I'm white. Pretty white. But not this white. Need a little bit more tan. Can you give me a little bit more tan? There, look. That's a little bit better, isn't it? I'm sitting right in front of my big screen. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's late. My kids are in bed. I'm just chilling out. All alone with you guys. Who's really just a camera. Although you're not. You're now nearly 250 subscribers. Close to that. Something like that. 240. Which is amazing. So hello everyone. Everyone in the world of Chill and Play Games. So yeah, we're not really going anywhere right now. I know Carl has told us about Diamond City at least once before. So Marcus knows about it. But right now, if anything, you know, he's like, look guys, I need to go for a walk. I'll be back. I don't know when I'll be back, but I've got some thinking to do, you know? So he doesn't really know where he's going right now. He's sort of just walking the path. Walking the road to nowhere. Okay, we've got fucking exploders again. Let's get him Hey, what? Oh, you motherfucker. Right, so unfortunately I didn't save the changes that I'd made to the weapon. Oh well. We've got our MP5 back. Should have saved that. I thought I did. Really? Wait, I did. The only thing I didn't save was putting it away. Okay, so that's fine. We're gonna leave the exploders this time. No, we're not. That's good XP, that, my friend. But we do need this to be here. Our shotgun now has an 8 capacity. I don't know if it did before or not. Hello, hello, hello. Come, 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 come. Come, come, come. Well, not that way. Stay away from that car. Wonder if they'll explode on a crit.
Charm.
Knew it. Oh, bollocks. We don't have the super suit, do we? The jumpy suit. Yeah, I wanted to get another episode of this out tonight because we've got, yes, we've got more Ground Zero coming tomorrow. We are very close to reaching our objective of recapturing every single settlement in the game, which is really cool. So we've already cleared that place. There's still a ton of armor and things in there. Not so many weapons, but there is still a ton of armor. Military frequency. And we are reminded of the sweet, sweet face of Scribe Halen. And yeah, Marcus, you know, I mean, I don't know how he'd be able to avoid it. He's a single man, out here in the Commonwealth all alone. When he encounters somebody like Scribe Halen, a warrior, obviously, and a seemingly kind one, a caring one, how could he not feel a slight fluttering in his heart at the thought of connecting with such a beauty? Do you know what I mean? So, it probably won't go any further than, let's just call it, a nuclear dream. I don't know. I try to think of something, but anyway. A nuclear dream of a summer night's kiss. I don't know, something like that. But, it's definitely something that plays on Marcus's mind, especially more in those particular circumstances when he's present. Ooh. Alrighty. Aha. My old nemesis. I will defeat you. Probably, maybe, I don't know. You know what you could do? We could have this rule, couldn't we? I know there is a chance that you can actually get that. It's just extremely low. We could have a rule that we're not allowed to finish the series until we get that. Probably be ongoing forever, knowing my luck. So yeah, like I say, no real aim for where we're at right now. We're just going to sort of head further, deeper into south-ish, in the general direction of south. See where we end up, see what circumstances we get ourselves into. Hopefully without dying. Well, we have to make sure it's without dying or we end up right back at the start of the day. Interesting. Time is midday. So we have time to make a pit stop at any interesting locations. So we've got some... oh wow, we're already in Cambridge. Holy crap, that was quick. That was quick. I thought we were still pretty close to Lexington. Not detecting much life in here. What? Since when? Oh, I see. They're up there on the boat. You cheeky bastard. Broke my leg. How is that thing even strong enough to break my leg? Anyway, we got a gun out of it. A nice gun. A scoped gun. 308s. And a nice little bit of combat armor. Although that's got better. That's actually got better. Jesus, game, what are you playing at? Okay, so we're going to be walking with a bit of a broken leg for a while. At least for a little while. Maybe we head over here. Although, is it wise? Probably not wise to do that, is it? With a broken leg. Maybe we head to our base and resupply. We've got a fresh water supply there. There should still be a ton of junk at the base. Yeah, because at some point, you know, Marcus is going to feel like he's made enough connections with people to start putting the word out, to call in, just for those people, those connections that he's made, to spread the word that he is establishing his own settlements, which at some point will turn into building an army to retake all of these settlements that have been, at least the settlements that have been taken by hostiles. I know there are settlements in the game currently that have been taken by, oh really? I see. I was going to say, we didn't come from that way. Okay, so we got to go this way for now. There are settlements in the game that are civilian owned, civilian occupied, and even possibly friendly occupied. Occupied by friendly forces. You know, civilians are considered neutral, but there are friendly forces and there are hostile forces. So Marcus is at least going to get to the point where he wants to build an army to go and retake these settlements. But apart from the gunners having attacked him once, twice, you know, he doesn't have much of a, he doesn't feel much of a personal need. He hasn't got a personal vendetta going on. So we need to get him in a situation where those feelings and thoughts can start to arise within him, so that we can take him down that road, if you know what I'm trying to get at. No, we need it all to make sense, you know. We need to condition him in a way that, whereby it would make sense for him to have these thoughts and feelings. Because, yeah, we want to build an army. And it's possible that at some point, oh dear God, spitters, that is not, oh, don't get me wrong, I'll take a stim pack if I absolutely have to keep us alive. But it'll be a last resort. Let me just see how many we got. Yeah, we've got tons. More than we should have. I don't really want to carry more than 5, maybe 6. Is Marcus going to stay a good guy? You know, is he going to embody the spirit of the noble conqueror, the honourable conqueror? Or is he going to turn out to be a bastard, whereby he wants to reclaim the whole Commonwealth for himself? Not just for himself, but, you know, nobody will stand in his way. He wants his own name stamped on every single entrance, every single cornerstone. We haven't cleared this area, have we? Super mutants. Something we could look at. He wants his name stamped on every single cornerstone of every single settlement in the Commonwealth. Maybe. They look like just pale heads. Okay, maybe we go back to base first. Oh wow, they're right in our way. Go back to base first and get sort of set up. Is that oil on the floor there? Or is it just some kind of paint, chalk? Yeah, Mark got a pretty bad leg, hasn't he? Animation's a bit off, isn't it? Bit jerky. Is that us? Is that the church? It is, isn't it? I think that's the church there. Could be wrong. It's a bit further up. There's quite a few of them over here. The church is at the back of this building. Well, let's see how we go. Oh, we've made it past the pale heads. Is that a liquor over there? Or is that weird... Was it in... It was, wasn't it? Zombieland, where I shot this thing. And it just fell to the floor. And it was... can't even remember what it is now, but it's not alive. It's just hovering, isn't it? Let's go have a closer look at it. Last time I shot it. Oh, it's just a skeleton, right? Yeah, look at it. Someone's having a hard time over there. Look at this guy. Caught out in the Matrix. Caught in a glitch. Alright, we can see the church. The church of our salvation. Or at least the church of our saviour. And our saviour is really just a barricaded entryway. Well, we made it. Midday, 2:47. Mid-afternoon. Right, let's go get ourselves healed up, patched up. Yeah, I'll take my stim pack now we're in here. Alright, let's drop this off. Wow, look how many guns we got. We got so much stuff. Oh, crazy amount of stuff, really. Light ported penetrating. Good way to go. It's penetrating, but it's only lightly penetrating. Now we've got a load of dirty water here. We can cook up some clean water with that. Probably do have a little bit of purified water. Yeah, we do. So, like I say, I don't really want to have more than, I don't know. What would you say, stim packs? Would you take out one a day? You know, if you were going out on a kind of excursion, you're thinking you'd be away for a week. Ideally, logically, I think you wouldn't really want to be getting into a situation where you needed to take more than one a day. In terms of realistic kind of mindset. If you are, I think you're a bit of a psychopath. And Marcus is not yet. He can go any way at this point. He could go any way. Which is one of my favourite things about where we're at. We've got a lot of bottles. Where did we drop some water? Over here. We don't need them. We don't need them right now, do we? I'll just drop the junk off here then. So for now, I think what we'll do is we'll return to our original mind. Which was, you know, it was sort of clear in this area, wasn't it? We might now be strong enough, now that we know how kind of piss weak the super mutants are, at least the ones that we encountered on the road. Maybe Marcus has got a sense of courage about him now with regards to taking out this place. And it's a zone, so if we get there and enter, we get our save. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. And then kind of re-establish our previous objective of continuing to clear Cambridge for a little bit. You know, back to the life... Oh, wait, it's this one, isn't it? What am I doing? Back to the life Marcus had before Preston. BP. Time BP. Alright, this way. Yeah, time BP. You know what I mean? And yeah, let's just go. Let's just crack on with it. So we're geared up. We're healed up. I'm probably a bit thirsty, am I? Okay, well, let me take care of this first. Let me take care of my thirst first. And then we shall venture on. Is it a lot brighter in here all of a sudden? Into the fraternity of big green mutants. Yes, just give me one of them. Hotkeys are amazing, really. Like with this hotkey setup, you can literally have multiple whole outfits. A hotkey to just change your hotkey, change your characteristics, change your outfit on the fly. Now I wouldn't use it that way. I might have a jacket, you know, like a couple items, like I've got the glasses and the night vision. But you could have it set up where you had 8 different outfits in your backpack and just put on a charisma outfit, an endurance outfit, whatever you wanted, you know, depending on how you like to play the game. Like I say, I would maybe have it for 1 or 2 items. You take a jacket off, put a jacket on. Take a hat off, put a hat on, sort of thing. Super cool. Check it, you know, if you don't play with Fallout 4 hotkeys, and it can drastically change. It takes a little bit of time to set it up. But once you've got it set up, you're in the money, so to speak. Alright, let's try and get over here as quick as we can, so we don't die. Hear the occasional sloppy wet footstep. Oh, there's a zipline mod as well in this pack, in this mod pack. Tree houses and zip lines, which we are absolutely going to have to experiment with. The Protectrons are friendly, aren't they, in general, usually? I guess, unless you piss them off, right? Hello? Oh my god, what are you playing at? No, not now. Not now. We've come this far. This is not how life is supposed to be. Is this the place? Why? Why? I didn't do anything to you, man. Honestly. Like, even myself now. You know, you get these feelings of... Why does the world hate me? So the spitters have followed us through the door. Why does the world hate me so much? The world is full of monsters. Why do these monsters want to eat me? It's like the world is trying to turn me into a monster. I know what these people, they were once people like me. And the world, vicious as it is, monstrous as it is, has turned these people into savages. And I can feel it in my bones, in my blood. We have a save, by the way. We're in a zone. We now clear the zone. We're good. The world is trying to make me into something dark. Maybe I need to become that in order to survive. Maybe that's the way of things. Or maybe I can resist the temptation to join the dark side. And I can stand strong as a bastion of the light. Talking as Marcus now. You know, I am the voice inside Marcus's head. I am his conscience, navigating the intricate balance of life and death. Anyway, let's see how he goes. He needs some friendly faces, you know, like this is the way it goes, you know, like if you're in a balls to the wall
Charmer.
survival situation and you are surrounded by monsters, believe me, there is something within you that can transform itself into the most monstrous mind you can imagine, purely because it needs to keep you alive. Is that right? So Marcus may become the necessary murderous monster that the Commonwealth seems to demand.
What's that?
Or maybe he'll hold on to his human heart, his heart of humanity, his heart of compassion, his heart of kindness. But what I'm getting at is, in order for that to happen, pretty soon in Marcus's life, he's going to have to start encountering some friendly faces. Because if all he's seeing out here is green, monstrous, deceptive, trickster, liars, creatures that want to melt his face with acid spit, he's on the path of the monster, you know. So he needs to find maybe the gentle touch of a lover or a child. The kindness, the sweetness of a child. He needs to be encountering some humanity soon, or we'll lose him to rage and absorption in power, a hunger that is insatiable, and because of that fact it knows no bounds. So look at him, look at him. You can see him, can't you? He's a man on the edge. Look at him, you can see it in his eyes. He could go either way. You can't see his eyes, but behind the glasses that he's wearing, he could go either way. So, let's explore. At some point, I'd like to introduce the legend of the operator too into the mix. So for anyone who's watching this series, kind of not in order, the way this is, we've got this established in our lore, is that this game, Zombieland Conquest, this series is set 40 years after our Ground Zero series, which is why there are more sort of NPCs, settlements, a little bit less zombies, and the game sort of operates in a similar way but also in a different way. So the operator, the main protagonist of Ground Zero, has been through this world already. It's him that we've got to thank for all of the NPC settlements that are in the world. Guns and bullets. Ballistic weapons permanently do plus 5% critical damage. Very cool. What's that? Holy crap. That scared me. Oh, got another one here. Wow, I tell you what, we're lucky we haven't been walking around this place not blowing up mines. So I'd like to introduce the legend of the operator into the world, where You know, it's because of him that this place is even livable. He was here. He cleansed the settlements. He set up all the defenses, the foundational defenses. That means that people can now live here in relative safety. And so yeah, I'd like to somehow introduce him into the experience here. Who knows? He may even still be alive as an old man living in a shack somewhere, or living in a cave. Maybe he went insane from the work that he had to do, from the sheer amount of zombies that he had to kill. Maybe he found a wife, settled down, had kids. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he died and he lives on as a literal legend in the memory of those who walk the Commonwealth, who live here and thrive here and plant their corn and mute fruit. You know, he's just a thought in every seed. Who knows? Anyway, I would like to introduce him at some point, and we have cleared the zone. So now we can save if we go back to our base. I found a nice marriage between the, you know how I said we don't save at the end of a zone, we have to get back to the base? Well, yes, that is the case, but we're allowed to save when we get back to the base. Oh yeah, spitters. Well, we can ignore those guys. They're nothing. It's the spitters we need to be watching. Okay, where is our base? Found it. Starting to get a bit late, isn't it? 5 PM. Gotta be home for dinner. So, from what I remember, was there only one or two more places which we've already discovered that haven't been cleared in this area? I don't think there's that many more. Let's just have a little look on our map here. So yeah, it was Cambridge Polymer Labs we did, and then we died. And we left it, and we said we'll come back to it. CIT station we entered into and couldn't find the way up or something. I can't remember now. Oh yeah, we wanted to go into here and clear down, didn't we? But we couldn't find the way down, and we ended up diving. I don't know. I can't really remember. There's a few places over here we haven't been in. We haven't been in there. We cleared the hospital. We haven't been here yet. So Cambridge Polymer Labs is an option, although I don't know if I want to do it yet. Although I get a feeling there might be a legendary crafting book in there, which it might be nice to get, but I'm not going to abuse it because it just makes the game way too easy, having too many legendary items. The police station, I don't know, should we, you know how we're talking about giving Marcus this touch of a kind of a person, you know, humanity. Maybe we send Marcus over. You know, he's definitely got what's her name on his mind. Okay, let me just offload this gear. Scribe Halen. He's definitely got Scribe Halen on his mind. It's getting late a little bit, but we got back to base, so we've got our save. So we're going to take Marcus out. We're going to take him over to see if Scribe Halen is still alive. It won't be long now before this place is populated with monsters, so we don't want to be out here too long.
What was that?
Exactly what I was thinking, pal. Shit. Okay. Poor. That was some quick thinking there. Hey, what? I'm taking your gun. Give me that gun. Another shoulder bag. Epic. Yeah, let's get some of this gear on. Light and lucky. Take that. And that. Plus 10. Plus 20. Man, this game. Plus 1 strength and endurance, but plus 2 damage and energy resistance. It's got to be hard to gauge, isn't it? Exactly how much that does for us. Leather left arm, plus 2 luck. I'm going to check the luck. Metal left arm. Lucky left arm. Okay, we're going to take some more of that gear. I'd love to see... wonder if there's a mod. Let me just make a note of this. I'd love to see a mod that makes NPCs loot corpses. I know there is for Skyrim. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I'll look that up after this episode. We can take a little bit of this stuff because we've got the room. Okay, let's see if she's still alive. She is. They're still out here.
Abominations!
Burn them all!
So she seems to be a little bit preoccupied. I'm just wondering if there's anything I can do to kind of further enhance this situation. You know, she's obviously a very committed, she's noble. She's been sat by this guy for days, helping him, what looks like, basically bleed out. I mean, he's not healing. He's not recovering. He's gonna die. And she refuses to leave his side. She's probably starving, you know. She's probably thirsty, hungry. Doesn't want to leave him. That's how much of a pure, beautiful soul she really is. Now I'm wondering if there's any way we can help him to die. Would Marcus be wondering that? I don't know, maybe not. Maybe he's thinking, you know, he's impressed. He's impressed by her dedication.
Watch your back! Abomination!
I'm going to do a little bit of thinking about that. See what I can do. Now, there's always a little bit of kind of magic you can do in the background to make these things, to make the game kind of move these stuck states along a little bit. But if anything, it just, this encounter further impresses upon Marcus's mind that that's a good woman right there. Standing by, I mean, he's not her man, but standing by her friend in the cold and the rain, facing the darkness of the oncoming storm, refusing to leave his side while it looks like he's dying, you know. So, you know, that's clearly a good sign in Marcus's mind. You know, someone like that, I think, could potentially balance Marcus's inner demons, let's say. She could help bring him back to the light in a few circumstances, in a few situations. Alright. Marcus just, what have we got here? Nothing. Marcus just needs a little bit of a bathroom break. Alrighty. The business has been done. So, you know, it's been a pretty eventful day for our boy Marcus. And I think at this point it's getting late. He knows Scribe Halen is still alive. And he's still dealing with and kind of mulling over, you know, the events that have unfolded in a single day. And so he's probably just thinking, you know, now is a time to be maybe going to get your head down, going to get his head down, have a little bit of a sleep, and let the day's events dissolve into, hopefully, peaceful nothingness, a peaceful emptiness. And that is more evidence to support his current feelings around locking himself away in the church, which is just over here, I do believe, yes. And where this takes Marcus, where he goes next, no one really knows. But what I can say is that, well, like I said, I think for now the aim is going to be to let his feelings, thoughts, perceptions kind of blossom, mature, eventually bear fruit as to, you know, eventually he'll have some very concrete insights into what he needs to do and what he's going to do, his job here in the Commonwealth. But for now, he's still getting to grips with exactly what is going on and what he wants to do about it, and really he's still actually coming to realize how he feels about what's occurring. He doesn't have the clarity just yet. So, in terms of gameplay, what that means for us is that he will be continuing his original kind of, as I said, his original mind around, exploring Cambridge. I think, you know, we'll continue to kind of make little excursions out into this area. Maybe even pushing down across the bridge. I'd like to slowly start edging him towards Diamond City because of the potential for encounters, relationships, community. He has not yet been to a proper established settlement. He's heard of Diamond City. He's encountered wandering NPCs. He's encountered little groups of people, lots and lots of hostiles. But, you know, what would entering Diamond City do for his thoughts and his ideas? And, you know, he's obviously then going to start learning a little bit more about these synths. He's going to meet Piper and all of that sort of stuff that we know about. But what that's going to do for him, we do not know. So I think that's the general idea as to where he'll go next and what he'll do. But as we've seen multiple times now throughout these, you know, more recent episodes, that the direction that this is going can be sidetracked or just even completely redirected, regardless of what we think is occurring or is going to occur. So let's let him get, you know, a really good night's sleep. 8 hours or so. It'll still be quite early in the morning, but it'll be a perfect chance for him to wake up feeling well rested. He is a little bit hungry, so let's see if he can rustle up a little bit of food, a little bit of water, and even, oh yeah, some Yao Guai ribs. Oh, what a way to wake up in the morning. Get a load of big, meaty, juicy bear ribs into you. We also have a level up apparently. So let's get food and waterized. Where was it? What was it? Yao Guai ribs. Oh yeah. Now it's a bit of a waste, but for the sake of our something, let's just let him eat some Yao Guai ribs. He had a big day yesterday, you know. He's woken up in serious need of sustenance. He's fully HP'd. He's fully AP'd. And we don't have a level up game. What are you talking about? He's very close to having another level up. A lot of those things seem to hit us after the fact. It's just the way the mod pack has been designed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for this very, very eventful and evolutionary episode of Fallout 4 Zombieland Conquest, to be continued and to be returned to in most likely a couple of days. I think I am going to stick with the format of just sticking with one pack. Ground Zero is very close to to its conclusion, at least for this phase of the pack. Save here so that I can keep talking and then return to this point. Ground Zero is very close to its conclusion for this phase, so you know, we get the settlements reclaimed, and then how it sits on the channel at that point, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as intense in terms of how many videos we produce, but I don't know. I could come up with another idea. I have already been playing with a few ideas as to how I could prolong it, sustain it, keep it going. And same with this, you know, this has still got so much more room to play and to grow, and for the story, for Marcus's story to evolve. And I definitely do soon want to start throwing in a couple other games into the mix. One that I've got in mind is Stalker Anomaly, the Gamma mod pack. 333 mods for Stalker Anomaly. It just looks absolutely epic. A totally new environment, loads of tactical gunplay. Very similar to what we're doing here, minus the building, as far as I can gather. Way more tactical combat and a whole open world of unexplored mystery and magic to explore. Yeah, there's just so much stuff. I won't tell you everything that I've got going on because we'll be here for half an hour. I'll be here for half an hour explaining all the stuff. Spooky month, October, we want to get into some horror games. I want to play Frost. You know the deal. It's unending, unceasing, insatiable. So, thank you for joining me for this episode of Fallout 4 Zombieland Conquest. I do look forward to seeing you in another episode very soon. Goodbye for now.